If you like the video you're about to watch, make sure to hit the subscribe button and click on the notification bell to be notified when new content is uploaded.
Do a little video, just some maintenance on the Cabover real quick. I had a power steering fluid leak when I bought the truck. It was a gasket. I inspected it and everything. It's just a simple little $6 gasket gave out. So replaced that, but now it's time to top off the power steering fluid. Climb up back here. It's actually really easy to see since it's a Cabover, but power steering fluid reservoir is right there. And then what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to jack up the cab in order to get in there, because not a whole lot of clearance under there, and we're gonna top off that fluid. Alright, so now that we have it all raised up, I can actually get in here. Have plenty of space to work under there. And whenever you're raising a Cabover, at least they're a little bit different each model, but on this one, on the cylinder right here, you notice this piece. It normally sits right up on top of here. You can tell where it's rubbed off all that nasty grease and stuff from moving back and forth up there. That actually, when you raise it, it'll get to a point where it does like that and it drops down. That's basically your safety latch. So if you were to blow a hydraulic line, the cab would start trying to come down. Well, if you didn't have that safety latch right there and you were underneath the cab when it dropped, you'd be in pretty rough shape. So what'll happen is, if this comes down because a hydraulic line gives, this will just hit the end of that and it won't let it go down anymore. So that's that. Now, I know this needs to be cleaned up, but you know, it is 30-something years old, so haven't really got under here yet to really clean thoroughly. You want to remove right here. Just loosen that up and then pull it out. You can see pretty low. I didn't have a whole lot. I added what I had on hand at the time. Well, there's different things to use for power steering. Some you'll actually use power steering fluid, but in this particular one, I've always heard just the 15W40 oil. So I got this. It's my favorite kind of oil. I use it in my four-wheelers and everything. It's pretty cheap and it's really good. I've never had any issues with it. So what we do is just climb up and do this without a funnel, or attempt to, and then just slowly fill that up and then keep a check on it as you go. That way you don't overfill it. All right, so we've got that all full. I put a little bit extra in it just because once I do start the truck, it's going to suck a little fluid down from the reservoir to refill the pump and everything, because I drained that when I removed it to do the gasket. So it's going to suck a little bit down. It's going to stay in there. But now got it wiped off. So go ahead and climb down here. And now to lower this back down, You actually just twist this little valve. It's a release valve, and the cab's gonna start coming down. So what we're gonna do is just a little bit where it starts coming down. I'll lift that up. And you see how that's coming down. Now that that's cleared, I can go ahead, open up a little bit more, so it'll lower down faster. You see it comes to rest down there. Go ahead and close your valve. Close that. And then this is for your clutch. Just pop that back in place. You have another cab lock over here. That just physically locks the cab down, so that way you hit a bump, it doesn't bounce. So that's that. Now we'll start the truck up real quick and then let it run for a minute or so. Check our fluid and make sure that we're good to go. All right, so now that we're in, I'll turn the key on, start it up. For a moment, ignore that buzzer, that's just the low air. There's no air in the tanks. So I'm turning the wheel back and forth a couple times. Make sure you have air bubbles. Shut it off. We'll get out and we'll check our fluid level. Make sure everything is the way it needs to be. All right, so it's a little cumbersome to get in here with the cab down, but I'm not going to raise it back up just to check, and I'm not going to try to start it with the cab lifted. It's too much aggravation trying to get in there. Let's see. Yep. Kind of hard to tell on there, but it's pretty much right at the full mark. So that's good to go. Just check for leaks in the future. Make sure that gasket doesn't try to leak again. Make sure nothing else starts leaking on it associated with the power steering. But should be pretty much set to go. And that's it.